Speaking of Asia Wilson, you excited for that South Carolina-Oklahoma rematch later today?
Oh, yes.
We get to watch it as fans, as Quarles Daniels. There's a tie-up, and the possession arrow belongs to Michigan. There again is Brooke Quarles Daniels doing the little things for the Wolverines.
See, I'm curious there because she rolled over multiple times. What would constitute a travel in that situation?
Basically, if they are rolling away from the opponent, gaining an advantage, does she roll multiple times? I mean, there she just sits up. I think you're all right there. Right there, she rolls over.
It's coming again.
Yeah. They're tying her up in the process. I don't think you can come up with it. I mean, they're tying it up. The jump ball happens before the ensuing travel would have happened.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Steve. It's so wonderful to have Dee Kanter with us all season. After Louisville turns it over for a 9th time. Jeff Walsh talking about those turnovers to Holly.
Likes to run this back diagonal screen, and that time gets run right over Raina Scott.
And Olsen, who was in foul trouble against NC State in the first half, then had 27 in the second half, has 2 fouls here. Roberts can't hit, Swords the rebound. Here is Olsen, pedaling it forward, flipped it wildly, Istanbuloglu, the rebound. Olsen is 3 for 10, and Swords is 1 for 6. Knocked out of bounds, stays here off the deflection as Michigan will send in a couple of subs. Tayala Delfas and Kendall Dudley into the game for Michigan. Yesterday, Kim Barnes-Arico was telling us about Delfas, that of all her talented position, Stevie LeBeau, seeing Randolph getting tended to. Oh yeah, nose is bleeding for McKinley Randolph. Having the jersey wiped, and they had to wipe up the floor as well. So Randolph on the bench for the moment. Here's Istanbuloglu. Kicking it out. Berry. 7 to shoot. Istanbuloglu. 5 to shoot. Fading away. Not that time. Holloway the rebound for Michigan. Holloway the pull-up. Rims off. Berry the rebound in traffic. Muff it in from Sacramento for tomorrow. Got UConn Notre Dame. Elite 8. Turning back the clock. Siegler can't hit. Berry flying in, and the foul's going to be called against. Renewed tomorrow with huge stakes on the line. A trip to the Final Four at 1 Eastern on ABC tomorrow. Here's Scott. Bouncing to Berry. 7 to shoot. Berry. No. Rebound Delfas. And Michigan making some inroads here on a 6-0 run. 50% from the floor in the second quarter.
Finishes on that one.
Now that foul on Holloway, her second. Olsen on the bench right now with 2. As Berry misses the free throw. 84% on the season. You see Olsen just a spectator right now for Michigan, but they've been able to go on this run with her on the bench as Berry misses both. Quarles Daniels directing traffic. Berry after it. Coming up with a knockaway, and the possession arrow belongs to Louisville. Great effort there from Amari Berry.
I think that was her frustrated with missing the free throws and then coming down and channeling that energy into her defense.
Hey, it's nice when the frustration results in forcing a turnover rather than just applying a foul.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't sound as nicely, though, as like frustration foul.
That's true. We need to come up with alliteration. A tormented turnover.
There you go.
No points for Louisville the last 4.5 minutes. Delphos on the attack, and that is going to be a charge. Second time Istanbuloglu has stood in and taken it.
But right decision by Delphos, because she's had success being aggressive to the basket, yeah, without question. Elif Istanbuloglu right there.
I mean, officials get enough grief, as Dee well knows. Dee, it feels like this has been a very well officiated first half thus far, no?
It has been. I hope you have not jinxed my friends out there, Ryan. But yes, they've been doing a great job.
Feels like every replay has just confirmed what was called on the floor. Here's Roberts. Into Siegler, the turn, the take, the miss. And Delphos, the weak side rebound, as Michigan can essentially hold for one. And you could see members of the bench standing up to indicate that. And now a foul against Berry. That is going to be her first. But the bonus for Michigan, so free throws here. How about Michigan's ability to not only stay afloat, but to thrive with Olsen on the bench with 2 fouls?
They settled in and started playing their game. You know, they were able to force turnovers from Louisville. They started to attack the basket and finish better once they did. But yeah, incredibly admirable considering Olsen hasn't been on the floor.
Michigan has also managed to hit their free throws, limited attempts, but they're 5 of 6, and Louisville is 1 of 5. Holding for a final shot here. Michigan on an 18-2 run after falling behind by 11. Holloway.
Terrific pass, and you see how quickly Swords gets her feet set.
You have a comp for that.
I do.
Want to share it with the class?
It's Sammy Whitcomb from the WNBA.
That same quick trigger, feet set.
Feet set, quick trigger.
Here's Siegler. Doubled. 3 to shoot. Siegler 2 to shoot. Methodically plotting her way down. Couldn't finish. Michigan pushing it the other way. Swords. That was her first 3 of the day. Olsen, a little banged up, slow to get up for Louisville. Swords, first team All Big Ten this season as a sophomore. Michigan back in front by 3. Scott. Responsibilities that had not yet befallen her. Here's Berry. A putback. Michigan's lead is 7, their largest of the game. An 8-0 Michigan run.
We've seen Louisville get some good looks off of good sets. Jeff Walz told us we are going to get good looks. We just need to make them.
3 as a 2. They would match the most wins in a season in program history if they were to win today. And their sophomores have scored or assisted on 78% of their points in this tournament. A coverage of the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship continues on TBS. For tournament game times and networks, go to ncaa.com. Michigan had a 16-0 run in the second, now a 13-0 run in the third. And Louisville turns it over. Jeff Walz quickly puts his head in his hand. Sends Raina Scott back in. Quarles Daniels lost it, out of bounds. Last hit her, it'll be Louisville ball. How does Louisville settle down here, Rebecca?
they've got to get a little bit more ball movement on the offensive end. There's been some quick shots. They do need to settle in, run their stuff. They're getting good looks when they've taken their time and then hit them, because their defense is so much better when they score and can get back and set in their defense.
Jeff Walls frustrated with Amari Berry coaching her up as Scott now bounces it out of bounds. This is a Louisville team that has turned it over 14 times now today. Their season average is 13 per game, but Michigan will turn you over. They are 13th in the nation, the Wolverines, at forcing turnovers.
Yeah, when they're in their full court and send the trap.
Quarles Daniels turns it over there and does. Delphos having her own struggles. Possession arrow belongs with Michigan, so they'll retain possession.
Istanbuloglu finally got a touch on the block, but Michigan right there to trap her and make it difficult for her to pass out of it. Turnover resulted.
Can Louisville still make a push here? Michigan a 20-point lead, under 6.5 minutes to go in this fourth. This is a group that Jeff Walls has really loved coaching this. That'll be the second of 4 Sweet 16 games today on our family of networks. Berry can't buy a bucket now from the floor. Berry and Roberts have both really struggled today for Louisville. No, Quarles Daniels has done a great job running the point, while Holloway has dealt with foul trouble. Got clock down to 3. Dudley, the reverse belongs to Louisville, but how about Michigan in this second half? They have completely dominated. And Bolu and McKinley Randolph really emphasized part of the reason why they love Jeff Walls. Meanwhile, this was a game that Louisville led midway through the third quarter by 1, and then Michigan just completely took over.
Michigan, when they went on their runs, it was all when they were able to play their pace.
Yes.
Play a little bit faster, get out in transition, find good looks.
Holloway gets it ahead. Dudley trying to run more clock. Wow, what a save from Olsen. Swords. Back ironing off. Delphos gets called for the foul. And that is going the other way. Louisville basketball with 2:24 to go. Scott quickly ahead to Roberts. Roberts unable to bank it in, tries to get it back, and a foul against Louisville will put Michigan at the line. You know, Jeff Walls was talking to us about his team, why he likes them so much. He said they just really compete, and they have bought in all year to, I may not be the person to hit shots tonight. That's okay. Been a real unselfish nature about this Cardinals team. Taking on 1 seed Texas. Those two played a very competitive game when they met in the SEC regular season.
That was a game where Maddie Booker was held just because she didn't take a lot of field goal attempts to 8 points.
Yeah.
Before she started really hunting shots.
Siegler fires from 3 there, knocked out of bounds. You know, as we look at Siegler, who is playing in her final college game here, I thought at Jeff Walls' presser the other day, he did something great. He said, hey, he was talking about Laura Siegler, who was all-ACC first team, her impact. And he said, let's be clear, she came to us really developed. St. Joe's did an incredible job with Siegler, and Cindy Griffin has run a wonderful program there for 25 seasons. And Siegler emphasized to us yesterday, she said, a lot of times people transfer because they're unhappy. That wasn't me. I loved my time at St. Joe's. In fact, when this is done, I'm going to go back, spend time with all my old people. She said, I was just looking for the next step, and this was the perfect place to continue to advance my basketball development. So